Hi Janice, Chris. We spoke yesterday to Chris, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you a couple of tips that you could do to really maximize your traffic online and build up that customer base. So with that, let me look through. So, your site is put together pretty well. I did go through and look through it, and everything's really clean. There's clean lines, a lot of good things you're doing here. The one thing I would say is that there's not a ton of content, and content is pretty important for a couple of reasons. The first thing is that you could be found for specific keywords, and you are being found for 45. A lot of pretty good keywords. Some of them national commercial roofing contractors near me. That's a national keyword. You're on the second page. So you're getting a lot of traffic there. Reputable roofing contractors near me. That's a that's a national keyword, and you're on the first page for that. So you're getting a lot of traffic there. Anything Corpus Christi, you're not getting a ton of traffic, really for these Corpus Christi keywords, and I think that a lot of times that goes along uh, with content, and you want those keywords within your content. So if I was wanting to be found for, say, roofing company Corpus Christi, because there's a ton of volume and that has the most traffic, I would have that as a heading. I would have it within my content. Might even save an image as that keyword, and it just allows you to rank faster and more efficiently if you have that keyword verbatim within your content. So content's really important in getting those keywords in there, and also for ranking purposes, because there is an algorithm that Google uses, and content, both quality and quantity, comes into play there for ranking. It's one of the reasons why you see sites like Yelp and Wikipedia do so well, is because they just have a ton of content. So content's really important. It's definitely something that you really want to focus on and add throughout your site. I would potentially also add location page, a location page specifically for Corpus Christi, just to get a little bit more of those keywords there, because as you can see, there's a ton of like Corpus Christi type keywords. So having a Corpus Christi page might help in, adding those keywords there. But that would be my first tip, is to add content. My second tip would be to really build and grow this Google Business Profile. So these could be a really effective tool. And I'll show you exactly why in a second, but here's how you can really improve upon this. Add reviews. The more 5-star reviews, the better. And there's a few ways to get reviews. Obviously, you can use a service that'll write you reviews. Those could get kind of costly, and they're not as great as organic reviews. Or organic reviews are the best way to do it. If you can use a CRM, right? Like, so after a job is done, you can have the client emailed, but a lot of times they won't potentially add. They won't give a review uh, well after the fact, or even closely after the fact via email. The best way I've found is if you get a QR code, you print it off, you laminate it, you give it to your installers at the end of a job. They could, give it to the homeowner within seconds or even a minute, a couple minutes. You could have a review automatically update on your site. So really useful tool. I can give you more information if you reach out after this. Help walk you through that in any way. But that's a great way to get reviews quickly and efficiently after jobs. My second, the second thing with this is, so the reviews are important, but then ensuring that all this information is consistent throughout the web is super important. So, for instance, hours. It says that you're 8 to 5 here. If your website says something different, or if your Yelp page says something different, those inconsistencies can really hurt you. And so throughout the web, on all the directories, everything that you have your information, you want that consistent. It just helps with Google doesn't want somebody to look at your Yelp and someone to look at your website and someone to look at your Google Business Profile and get different information. They want everybody to get the same accurate information throughout the web. So it's really important that this stuff is accurate and it's consistent. And lastly, you want your photos saved as keywords and geotagged. So again, if I'm wanting to rank for roofing company Corpus Christi, I would potentially save one of these photos as that keyword, and then I might pick a location, like say here, and geotag it as that. And so Google will feel that you potentially did that roof in that location. And it's just a way of building, your just building it up, and you keep going around the peripheral, and you can keep, it's like it's like a flower, it balloons and gets bigger and bigger. And, because everybody searches differently, they're so important. And I have seen them pull up to 40% of the traffic, and I've even seen them outdo the organics. And so when you're talking about 40% of the traffic, 140, 150 searches right off the bat is going to these top three. So really important to maximize that traffic and get yourself in these top three. And then if you're obviously the ads are a great way to get traffic too. So if you're running an ad and you're number one here and you're number one organically, you're going to maximize the amount of traffic you get from that particular keyword. And lastly, just continue to build up the strength of your site. So the so right here you have your domain rating and UR rating. This is the visual representation of your strength with your site. And you do have 68 referring domains, which is sending 608 backlinks. So that's a good start. You really want to build and grow upon that though, because only 29 of those are do follow links. So only 29 are actually giving you power. And really what you want to see here is almost a 1-to-1 ratio. So you really want to do something to get this domain rating up. And, just looking at one of your competitors, this is Phillips Roofing. They don't quite have a 1-to-1 ratio, a little less strong in the UR rating, but their DR rating is a lot higher. And as you can see here, they're getting almost 3 times the amount of traffic. And their do follow links that are sending them power, they have quite a few more. So this is kind of where you want to get to. You can definitely outdo them, and you can definitely eventually outrank them. But this is your probably one of your top competitors, and they're running ads, and they're also ranking in the map pack. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. We would love your feedback. My contact information is in the email. I also have a link to my Google Calendar. Myself or my business partner Jackie would love to get back to you at whatever time fits your schedule. And with that, have a great day and God bless.